Hello everyone. Now let's see how to create Laravel multi-guard authentication system. So first, let's create a folder. Here I create Laravel 11 auth. Now inside this I open terminal, command terminals. And I open a new tab and I go to Laravel documentation. There we get the installations. So here we get the installation. Just I copy the command here and I paste it here. And I change the project name to multi-guard auth. Now the installation continues. So the basic installation is finished. Now once the installation is finished, let's go to the install folder, cd multi-guard systems. Then we can open the editor with Visual Studio Code. So here we have the basic installation folder, the app that contains the controllers, models that use the user model, the views here included in here, routers included here. So let's start the application. Now in order to start, simply we type php serve. Now we can copy here and open browser. Now we get the basic installation. So the second step is to install the Breeze authentication system. So let's go to the Laravel documentation again and let's say Breeze. It is a security scaffolding for Laravel. Now here is the installation. Just let's copy this one and let's go to the command again and let's press enter. So Breeze is already installed. Now let's open our server, database servers, that is XAMPP and MySQL. So I open XAMPP. Make sure that it is running as you see. Both MySQL and the Apache are running. Now let's see the result. So you see here we don't have any login page, but here first let's install the Breeze. Let's copy this one. Now we install the Breeze. We select the Blade template. No, the default one. So the Breeze installation is complete, and the next step is to migrate and to install npm. So let's simply do that. So we copy. Now we run the artisan. So here we are up. Now if you refresh our page, we see the login and registration page. Here we get the login page, and there is also registration. So the first step is to migrate our data. So in order to do that, let's go to the environment.env file, and at the bottom we see the database connection, and our database is MySQL. So we put it MySQL, and here we uncomment that. Simply select all and control slash. So we get that. Then here we put our database name. Let's say it's Multi-Guard Laravel 11 multi-hours. So let's copy this one and let's go to our database. Now let's create here new database name. We put there and we create the database. Now our database is created and there is no table. So in order to create tables, we simply go to the terminal in the folder multi-guard auth we created earlier, and we migrate the files. So PHP artisan migrate. So here is the registration. So now let's create one user and let's select solo, then solo at example.com, and let's set password, and let's log in. Now we are logged in, and as you see, I'm logged in. So now if we refresh the user table, we get two users. One is first created. Now let's have another table for admin users. In order to create that, let's go to the terminal and let's create PHP, then artisan make model, and the model name is admin, and we create also with migrations, controllers, and resources. Migration is just used to translate our columns into MySQL table. Controllers are our logics, and resources are functions inside the controller. So let's create them. So as you see, there are two files created, the migration file and the model, and inside that we get some resources. So let's check that. Let's go to there. In the app folder, models, HTTP, controllers, and we get the admin controller having 7 different functions. And then in the migrations database file, now here, database, migrations, and we get the admin's migration file. So now let's copy from the user here. Just let's select here. Let's copy this one and let's put here and let's paste it. Now once we do that, we can go to the terminal again. We can clear that and we can say PHP artisan migrate. Sorry, this is typo. PHP artisan migrate. Now the admin table is migrated again. Now let's go to the terminal, the example PHP admin. Then we get the admin file. So having no data. So now let's create the views for the admin. So in order to create that, just let's collapse first. Go to the resource folder, views. Inside the views, we put here admin folder. Then inside there, we create two files. The first one is login.blade.php, and the second one is admin for dashboard blade.php. Now in the layouts file, let's create layouts. So let's say it admin dot blade.php. So let's rename this one to dashboard. Sorry, into dashboard.blade.php. Now I have a template in the Sublime editor. So let's open this and let's copy the login. Now in the layouts, admin template layouts, or let's create another template for login. Just login template for templates, so blade.php. So here I put all the files that I copied. Now let's copy this one, the body part, and let's cut it. And here we put a blade template file slot for holding the other data. So here the part we take from the template, we put it here. Now we put eggs, then login, temp, then layouts. Eggs, login, temp, layout. So we set up the first one. Then for the second one, let's copy the admin part, all parts here. Then let's put it here. Now, yes. Inside here, let's put it the content. Inside here, let's put slot. So here we put simply a navigation bar for the dashboard and sidebar. So that is it. Now creating the layout is not enough. In Laravel level, inside the app folder HTTP, then views, we have to create a PHP file for the layout. So let's create two layout files. The first one is login temp layout.php. So let's copy this one. Simply select all from the app layout, then go to the login temp layout, change that to login temp layout. Then here you replace it with the login temp that we made here. In the layouts file, we create the login temp file. So login temp, that's it. And for the admin part also, we create the same. So admin layouts.php, and we paste the file. We change it to admin layout. and here we put it admin. That's it. Now the next step is to create the views, the route for the admin one. So let's collapse the folders, go to the routes folder, then here in the web directory we put we add some routes. So here, as we see, we have auth guard. So let's create another guard first. Now let's create a route. So in order to create the route, simply route. Then I use prefix. So then the prefix is admin. Now we can group this and function. Inside that is put semicolon at the end. We get route, get, then login. So our it becomes like this. Let's comment outside. This route is admin, then login. Now we put some controllers. So our controller is admin, controller, then class, and the method inside that we can make it index. So we create some different functions. We put it index, and we can give it a name, route name, and let's say admin.login. Then the second one is for checking login. So this is also route post login. Then the control is admin controller class. Then check login. Let's make it the method name check login, and let's give it a name for admin.verify login. And for the third part, route for our dashboard, we put it get having a dashboard, then the control, admin control, let's give it a name of dashboard. That's it. Now if we try our page, we get some data. So let's try it. Laravel. Let's log out from here, and if we put slash admin login, so we refresh, we do not get anything. So let's go to our controllers. So admin control. So inside the index file, index function, let's return a view which is in the admin folder dot login. Then let's put semicolon here. Now let's refresh. Now we get the admin login. So here is the admin login, and here is for regular users login. So let's go to the admin login. Now let's create the check login function in the controller. So inside the controller, just let's create check login function. So public function check login, and it will accept request, and we import it from eliminate HTTP request. That is it, and let's give it the request file. Now inside this we can get, let's say, result, then we can get from request, then all files, then we can here diagram and result. We can see it later. If then the user is odd and having a guard, we will create it later of admin. Then let's attempt it. We use attempt having email of this one, result email, password, result of password. Now this means we are using the admin card and we check for the email and password are authenticated. So we regenerate the session if the user is authenticated. Make sure that you import the auth file from this one. And we redirect the user return. Redirect to the routes that we put in route files. So admin dot dashboard. That's it. Else return back, that is to the login page, then with error and a message of invalid login. Otherwise, just we return admin to route having the admin dot login with error you are not authorized. Now we finish the check login part. Let's create a dashboard view. Public function dashboard. Here we return simply from the admin table we create or we get some values. Admin dot all. Then we return the view admin dot dashboard, having the data that is we compact. We use the compact function admins. So we'll create a factory later. That is our control part. So we finish our control part by adding some logout method. So finally, public function logout so odds if the guard is admin, then there is a built-in method that is logout. So that is it. Once we log out, we can redirect to routes admin login. That's it. So we made the logout page, the login check page, and the redirect with admin redirect page, admin login redirect page. Let's create guard. So let's first collapse it, then go to the config folder, then out inside the add, we get here the default guard is the web. So let's copy this one and let's paste it, and we change the guard to admin and the provider to admins. Now here the provider is admins, and when you scroll down you get providers. So let's copy here and let's put here providers. Now we give here the admins, that is the name we give here, and our model is app models admin model. That's it. So we give the our guard system, so admin, and the model is our admin class. That is it. Now we create a middleware that's used to protect our routes by using the guard. So in order to create a middleware, we simply go to the terminal and then let's create, then PHP artisan make middleware, then the middleware name, let's say, so the middleware name is created. Now let's go to the app folder, providers, or HTTP middleware, then we get the middleware. So inside this, we configure our guard system. Let's add simple condition check. If auth imported, make sure that we import it. That is it. Now the guard is admin that we create earlier. Then we use a built-in method check if the user is not by using exclamation an admin guard, an admin, then we return or we redirect to routes admin.login. So we redirect the user to the admin login. So with error message, you are not authorized. That's it. That is it. That is a guard we configure in the middleware. So the middleware lies between the request and response. Then it intercepts the request, and if the user is not authenticated as admin, it returns back to the admin login page. So the next step is to set up this middleware in bootstrap file. So in earlier versions we use in kernel, now in bootstraps app, then here with middleware in this function inside this we put $sign middleware, then we use alias, then inside this we put our name admin, then our class is admin middleware, so import the admin middleware, then simply we put class, then finish here. So here we import our middleware and we give it the name admin. Now this admin will be used in our routers. So go to our routes folder, web, then inside this only the dashboard file is protected. So we put middleware, that's it. Now let's put some data to our admin table. So let's first check in our database admin table. As you see, there is no data. So in order to create data, let's create a factory. So let's say PHP artisan make factory, and let's say it admin factory. So the factory is created. Now let's go to database here and factories, and we get admin factory. So now let's go to user factory. Simply let's copy this one. As you see, there is a name, email, verify that, password, and remember. So let's copy this one and let's put it here. Since they are similar fields, let's remove this one, the static password. And let's import the hash from Illuminate support for assets hash, and let's also import the string. So let's go to user factory and let's copy this one. Now we are good. We create factory, then we create a seeder. Now let's go to creating the seeder. So the same way, PHP artisan make seeder, then the seeder name admin seeder. The seeder is created. Now let's go to the admin and seeders. We get the admin seeder. Now inside the run function, we create 3 data. So admin, then factory, and we call 3 data, random data, create. And let's add 1 static data. Let's import the model. Here we import our models, and let's say admin, then factory, so this create, and let's put a name, some name, job, and email, job arts example.com, and the password. Let's import the hash from that one, then we make it password. That's it. Once we do that, let's check the admin table. Still it is empty. Now let's migrate some data. I miss one step. Go to your database headers, then comment this one, then let's call this, then call admin header class. So we have to put this, migrate, refresh. So as you see here, there is no data on the users table. Also, there is no data in the admins table. Now, in the database admin table, I create 3 factors and having one static, 3 random data and having one static data. Then in the database header, I create simply one user factory having the username and the password user pass. Now let's migrate the data. So PHP, Authentication, then migrate. Okay, let's use the refresh. So now let's check. The data is still empty. Now let's feed some data. PHP, Authentication, DB, then seed. So this is to seed data that we put in the factory. It is finished. Now let's refresh and we get 4 data. And in the user side we get 1 data. That's it. Now let's go to the view part. So let's go to the login view. Go to, let's collapse it, resources, views, admin, then login. And this part, in the form part, let's have some method. It's called post and action. We'll put it in the blade, so route, and the route name we give in the layout, the web.php file, admin.verify login. So if you go to the web part, web PHP, and here is the route name. So we use such route name. So let's go to login blade. We put that. Now let's go to the forms. Here we put the CSRF token. Add CSRF, then here we can put, for example, add if session has error, then add indif with paragraph. Let's make it text danger of bootstrap class file. And let's put it here, some session of error. So if there is any error on the login, we will get the message here. So that's it. Now we finish the login part. Here are forms, the input file having a name. Make sure that it has a name. The password. Then here it should be submit. Now we finish the login part. Let's correct for the admin part, the admin dashboard part. So in the admin dashboard part, let's go to Bootstrap, get Bootstrap. Then let's search for table. Then we can copy here the table. And let's put it here simply by putting X, the layout file that we create here, admin, layout. Then inside this, we can put it here. Now let's edit it. You can set number. Here we can make it a name, email, and let's put it here, controls. And we do not need other rows, simply we need one row. Let's remove this. And here we can use the Blade for else. Then, as you remember, we send in the controllers, admin control, in the dashboard, we access, where is the dashboard? We access all data from the database, the admin data, then we send it as admins. Now, we can access that as variable admins, as admin. Then here we can put in the Blade file, admin ID. Instead of mark, we can use admin, then name. Here also we can put admin email. Now here in the controls part, we can put 4. So let's put form having action. Simply let's put a hash and a method of post. Then having a class of button btn primary. And let's put some array. Let's put method. And let's put button type of submit and the class of btn primary. Danger. Now we are finished. Now add empty. If there is no data, then we can report paragraph no record found. then we in folders. That's it. Now we finished our part. Let's test our program. So let's go to this one. Let's first check the user login, and let's log in. Then let's first see the username in the seeders. So let's go to the database seeder, database seeders, then database seeders. So the username is user@example.com and the password is userpass. So let's log out. Now let's go to the admin page, admin login. Now let's go to the admin login, /admin login. So we access the admin login. Now let's check the username in the seeder, database, seeders, then admin seeders. So we get this name. Let's copy this. And let's paste it here. And the password is password. Now let's log in. So the error is user must be of type illuminated authenticable. So let's go to the models, then admin model, and let's fill here some fillable forms. Just as you see here, the user class extends authenticable. So let's simply copy this and put it here instead of the model. Sorry, not here. Let's paste it here. Now from the user class, let's copy here. And let's paste here. It's not necessary, but you can put it here also. Now we can also put here the fillable, even if we do not work on the insertion, so the fillable part. Now the error will go on. If we refresh, now submit. Now let's go to admin login again. Let's put here, and the password is password. Let's go to then admin controller, admin controllers. For the time being, let's comment this one. Now let's refresh this. Let's say this one, password. Then let's log in. So here we put a typo error. So let's correct on the dashboard file. Let's put here admins. So let's refresh. As we see, we get our dashboard. So we get the dashboard. Now let's go to the view. Views, then layer nodes on the dashboard. Now the layout part, admin layout. So let's put some margin to 5. And on the dashboard part, let's add some classes for the table striped, table over, margin top 3, margin start 3, and let's add some style tag having minimum width of 70 viewport width. And for the row, let's add a class of table primary. Now if we refresh, we get some changes. So here is our table, and let's in the admin part let's add some parts. So in the welcome part, let's add some span, and let's give it a name. Class margin start equal to 3, and inside this you can use a plate template, pods, then the guard is admin, then user, then we can access a name attribute. That's it. Now we can add also the logouts for the admin part. So let's go to the logout part. Let's go to the logout part. Here we get logout. Then on the href part, let's add some routes, admin routes, logout. So in the routes file, let's add the logout file, logout route. So let's go to routes, web, then the admin part, let's add another part, so route, we can use get, then logouts, then the control is admin controller, and the class, the function is logout, and we give the name route name, admin dot logout, and the user should be logged in. So we give the middleware admin, which means in order to log out, the user should log in first. So now we can log out from the page. So if you refresh, so here we make type error. This span the layout file. So let's correct that. Resource views, then layouts, admin. Here guard instead of so let's correct this. So here in the layout file also we make type on logouts. We correct that and we refresh. So as we see here, we get the name. So if we here put logout, so logout to the admin page. So let's first check that. Now let's log in with another. So let's check some parts in the database. Seeders, admin seeders. Then let's go to our factory. Here the password is password, and let's go to our database. From the database, admin table. Let's copy this email and let's log in. Let's paste it, and the password is password. So that's it. As you see, we copy the name, the setting, and all the data. So we can log. Now if we try to log in with wrong email, so let's paste it in, and the password 1234, and as you see, I cannot able to log in. Thank you.